Just then there came commotion at the shrine gate, a sound of male altercation, while over the wall the village women stopped singing and bawled curses. The herders shift at their roasting fires. The priest stared. For into the courtyard came a woman. She wore a dress of crimson and saffron, a necklace of white enamel, and on her arms were bangles of glass, red and green and pale purple, but on her ankles were bangles of gold. Her hair was the colour of new bronze and curled as a fleece, and it fell to her waist. Brown and slim she was, as the women of the villages, but beautiful as they were not. In her ears were bells of silver, which chimed lightly as she moved. She had wrought her face to a young sunrise, and her eyes were darked with coal. Many village men, inside the court and out, were shouting, but no one tried to stop her. Presently, even the shouting ended. Then she looked about at the young priests, who stared, and she swayed herself a little so she caught the firelight, and the flames shone on through her thin garments, showing how her breasts were fashioned, and they were fashioned well. "I am the harlot," said she, "who will buy?" Not a word. But the herders and the men in the gate were savage and sullen. The young priest pale, or flushed, or fidgeted. Eyes grew hot, not only from the reflected fire. "See," said the harlot, showing herself some more. "Like the temple, I too have homage paid me and rich gifts given me." And she walked up to the young priests, and along the line of them and through the groups of them. They smelled the incense in her dress, not like the incense of the shrine. "Ah," said she, "for shame. I thought the priests would bless me. I thought they were healers and will heal me of the wounds I receive at the hands of these village clubs when they lie down with me. Behold, all are afraid to touch me now. One touch brings desire." Someone got to his feet and shouted. It was Bayak, the fat young priest with the jasper earring. "Harlot you call yourself, and harlot you are." "So am I," smiled the harlot. "I have ever been truthful." "Then harlot, take yourself away," ranted Bayak. His face and his lips were moist. He breathed fast, and glared at her with all his sight, and breathed faster, and said, "You profane the sacred court." "No, no," said the harlot, "I am here to be healed." And slowly she slid down the thin silk of her dress, and bared one burnished shoulder and one wicked breast. There, on the swelling ripeness of her breast, was a dark blue bruising made by some man's teeth. "Note how it is with me," said the harlot. "Take pity. Will you not smooth into this mark a sail? Will you not rub me with your holy fingers? Charitable priest." Bayak's eyes were popping in his fat. The harlot laughed. "But no, I have heard there is another here who is more kind than you. A dark-haired man, slender and beautiful as the new moon's shadow on the earth. This man I will entreat. This man will be gentle with me." She had already discovered where Zirem sat under the trees, and fixed him with her gaze. Now she went to him, and stood over him, and next she knelt before him and shook her beautiful hair about her. "Indeed," she murmured, "they say the brushing of your hands alone is a cure, beloved. Let us discover." And she took up his hand and laid it on her breast. "Ah, beloved," said the woman, "men bring me gold, but you I would pay to lie with. And if I lay with you, I would give over my sinful ways. Your eyes are level as pools as dusk, but you tremble. Tremble for me, then. Tremble for me, my heart's darling." Zirem took his hand from her. There was something terrible and desolate in his face she did not properly see. though his eyes had altered their shape to the shape of yearning. He said softly to her, "You are too fair to live as you do. What devil drove you to this life?" "A devil called man," said she. "Come, change me then." "You must change yourself into whatever it pleases my lord." And she leaned close and whispered, 200 paces south, beyond the village, the poplars grow by the old well. My house is there. I will leave a lamp burning and watch for you. Bring me nothing but your beauty and your loins." Zirem did not answer. The harlot rose and drew together her dress. Shaking her mane, she crossed back through the court. Smiling, she went through the gate. The din began again outside, then faded away. "This is a foul negligence," screamed Bayak. "This village will be called to account for permitting such a she-beast to dwell here." "Our house is 200 paces from us," the herders excused themselves. "The rich men come to her, and it is hard for us to fight the rich men." "The temple shall fight them. Her house shall be burned and the woman stoned. She is an abomination." In the black shadow of the cinnamon trees, Shell's pipe went on a moment, playing, as it had continued to play the whole night. All had grown accustomed to it, as to the sound of the night breeze in the foliage. Now, the pipe abruptly ceased. "When do you go to her?" a voice asked from the shadow. Shell's voice, for Zirem alone. But maybe it was no voice, only the silence, only the rustle of leaves. Zirem answered, "I do not." He rested against the tree. His eyes were set in that particular shape. His hand, which had lain on the woman's breast, lay wooden on the ground. "Bayak will go," said Shell, or the leaves. "One should go and lift her from the pit she is in, not lie down with her in the pit." "Go then, lift her." Zirem turned, but Shell sat, immobile, his lips closed like the carved lips of an image which never speaks, never meddles. The herder brought a dish of food. Zirem ate listlessly and sparingly, as always. Shell ate the red fruit in the dish, biting the pith of it cruelly. Bayak was not done with complaining, but his complaints were more distant. The other young priest drifted into the shrine, tired by food and wine and travelling, eager to be supine, and here consider the woman.